Hey everyone, this is Hobbs Yoda. I'm here to give my spoiler-free review of the movie The Man from U.N.C.L.E. Now, I know a lot of people well, this past weekend, probably by the time this video gets uploaded, probably just decided to see, or going to decide to see Straight Outta Compton, which, that's a really good movie too. But the movie I think I enjoyed the most this weekend, I think was like the most exciting, is The Man from U.N.C.L.E. I was really surprised by this movie. It was actually, I thought it was pretty good. And I expected it to be pretty good because it's directed by Guy Ritchie, who I really like a lot of his films, and I love what he did with the Sherlock Holmes movies, the Robert Downey Jr. I loved those, and he does really well with the adaptation of this movie. Well, I mean adaptation because this was actually a TV show back in the day, an old TV show, and the adaptation is done really well. It's like adapted really well to like an old classic spy thriller, action adventure thriller type spy thriller movie. It's adapted from the TV show really well, a little bit. It's not adapted from the TV show the best, but the movie itself is really good. It's a great spy film. Henry Cavill, who plays a CIA agent in the movie, has to team up with Armie Hammer, who plays a KGB agent in the movie. And this takes place in the 60s. You know, Russia and USA, they like hate each other because of the whole Cuban Missile Crisis going on at that time. So they're like Russia and USA like arch enemies at the moment, and they hate each other. At the beginning of the movie, they're like sent on a mission to both take each other out, but now they have to team up and work together to stop this secret Nazi organization from proliferating nuclear weapons. They have a bunch of nuclear warheads, and they're gonna launch them. And the disc they have to work and launch on these nuclear warheads gives them like extreme power and stuff. So they have to stop them and get all the nuclear warheads in the disc from them to stop them from launching all these nuclear warheads and like taking over and stuff. So they have to team up together. An unlikely duo, you know, we all seen that before, has to team up, put their differences aside to stop a mysterious organization. Which, yeah, it's a bit cliche, actually. I've seen it before, but it's done really well, and the chemistry between them is really great, really well developed, and it's really hilarious. Their character development together is hilarious, awesome, funny, and acting's really good between both of them, really great. And you know, Armie Hammer, who plays the KGB agent, was actually almost cast as Batman at one point, and almost as James Bond at one point too. He's like had a lot of good almost in his careers. I'm like poor guy. But anyways, I guess you could say since he was almost cast as Batman, and Henry Cavill plays Superman, this is kind of an early preview for Batman v Superman. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just joking. Yeah, both their acting is really good, and it's such a good action spy thriller film. I mean, this is the year for spy films, guys. I mean, first we had Spy come out at the beginning of the year with Melissa McCarthy and Jason Statham, which is really actually good, surprised me because I'm not the biggest Melissa McCarthy fan. I know everyone like loves her and stuff, but I'm not the biggest Melissa McCarthy fan. So I'm not looking that forward to the new Ghostbusters coming out, mainly because I love the original so much, and I'm not a big McCarthy fan. But that film was good, and then we had the new Mission Impossible come out, which is amazing. I'm not gonna get into that though. Going on topic here, and then this film, Man from U.N.C.L.E., it's like getting better and better each spy film. Mission Impossible is the best one out of all those, but I'm saying they keep getting good and good. This is definitely not better than Mission Impossible, but it's up there. I'm just saying this year has been great for spy films. Like, not one of them has been bad. We've all had, like, great spy films this year. A lot of great spy films this year. Not one bad one. And this one definitely lives up to the hype. It is so good. There's tons of twists. Really great, interesting story. Great character development. Great chemistry between the two main characters. A lot of great twists at the end. A lot of amazing action sequences and funny dialogue, and so great dialogue, and there's a lot of, like, you know, a lot of spy films have, like, great twists at the end. This one has, like, 2 or 3 like really funny, great twists at the end, and it's always like a lot of the action sequences like always keep you on the edge of your seat and stuff. There's a lot of really cool action sequences, and there's like even an off-road like really cool off-road car chase action sequence, which I enjoyed very much. It was really they have really cool car chase sequences as well. And yeah, I mean, they really captured the decade of the 60s too. Like it feels like a 60s film too, and they make it feel like an old like spy thriller film, and it's so cool. And the music for it's great as well, and the soundtrack. And that's one of the things I liked about the Sherlock Holmes movies that he also did was the soundtrack for him, and the soundtrack for this is great as well. And like, you know, it just really it feels like a 60s film too. They pull off the look of it too. Like, it's so good, great 60s design, and all the characters and everything. It's great, it really does feel like an old action spy film. Like, a lot of great thrills and action sequences. But while it did have a lot of great twists, there was, like, you know, a few, like, some predictable moments as well. But I felt like the unpredictable great twists at the end, like, made up for that. Made up for some of those predictable moments. Like, some plot points are a little bit cliche, some are a little predictable, but it has a lot of great twists and thrills that you don't expect at all, and it does, and it's a great period piece of a film too, and great spy film, and a lot of the action sequences were amazing. I loved all the action sequences, but if there was a complaint I would have, there's one complaint I do have, is that they would like tease a lot of cool action sequences, like, you know, like there's a part in the movie where you're like, you know, something's about to go down, and it's like, oh man, this is gonna be great, and then it just cuts to like the next scene, and you don't get to see like it makes it so you know what happened, but you don't get to see like the cool action sequence. Like for example, there's like a scene where the KGB Russian agent is going into the bathroom. There's like a bunch of guys talking on the sink, and he needs to use the sink, and he's like, I need to use the sink, and they're like, use the ladies' room, we don't care. And then he finally gets really pissed off at them, so you see him like shut the door and like stare at him and get his like fist out. It's about to go down, and it's like, oh wait, this is gonna be a fun action sequence to watch, because like a lot of the fist fights that Guy Ritchie did in the Sherlock Holmes movies are fun to watch too, like with Robert Downey Jr. I'm like, okay, this is gonna be a fun fist action sequence, and it's like, alright, can't wait to see this. Shuts the door, gets his fist out, alright, let's see this fight, and it's like, nope, cuts to the next shot. Now you just see him closing the bathroom door, and you know what happened, but you don't get to see it, sadly. Like, they aim up for a lot of cool action sequences, but they don't show them. And like, there's another one of those where it's like a cool torturing scene they lead up to, but they don't show. It's not too intense torturing, so I'd get why they wouldn't be able to show it if it was too intense, but it wasn't too intense. They could have showed it, but they didn't. So there's like a few action sequences they like got you excited for, and then they didn't show them, and they just cut to the next scene. And it was like, well, you know what happened, but they didn't show it. It was implied, though, you know, happened. But all the action sequences they did have were amazing. Great off-road car chases, great thrills, great twists at the end. Some cliche plots, you know, as I said, some predictable moments, but mostly not. And great chemistry between the two characters was awesome and funny. And yeah, it was pretty good acting too. So overall, out of all the spy films this year, this one is definitely up there with Mission Impossible. Not wrong, but this is one of the best ones so far. Yeah, I like this film a lot more than a lot of other people did. I know a lot of people. This one's got like a lot of mixed reviews. I think it has a 68, 69% right now on Rotten Tomatoes. I was surprised it didn't have a higher review. But yeah, I think I liked this one more than other people did. But yeah, I thought it was really good. If you're looking for like a fun blockbuster action thriller spy film, and like a really good period piece in the 60s as fun old, it captures the old like spy thriller feel too, then this movie's definitely for you. If you love spy films, it's definitely for you. But yeah, I liked it. I thought it was a good period piece in the 60s, captured the 60s really well, and developed from the TV show OK, and it had a lot of great action sequences and thrills, as I said. So yeah, overall, I think I gave this one 4 out of 5 stars. So yeah, go check out Man from U.N.C.L.E. It's definitely worth checking out. Alright, see you guys in my next review.